Hello dear student, welcome to new session of Newton's laws of motion. It's your fourth lecture related to Newton's laws of motion. In previous lecture we'll discuss about the application of Newton law of motion, and if we are talking about application, then basically we are dealing with numerical, how to solve the numerical related to Newton's laws of motion. So let's practice one more numerical, my dear student. Then I'll show you a shortcut through which you will solve the numerical without making the free body diagram. So moving forward, let's say we have a question in which three blocks are there. Let's suppose first block is A, second block is B, and third block again, my dear student, is C. So let's suppose block A having mass, let's say it is 2 kg, block B is having mass, let's suppose 3 kg, and let's say a block C having mass 10 kg. 3 plus 2, 5 and 15. So let's suppose a force is acting on A. The value of force is, let's say, is 20 Newton. It is let's suppose 25 Newton. The value of force is 25 Newton, and they are asking find first part, that is acceleration of the system, second part normal on A due to B, and third part normal on B due to C. In question they are asking find the acceleration of the system, first thing, second thing normal reaction force between A and B, and third thing normal on B due to C. So we have to find normal on A due to B, normal on B due to C, and acceleration. So my dear student, as we all know, we have to consider all the three bodies to be a single body because all the bodies are moved together. So if all the bodies are moving together, then consider three blocks to be a single block. So if we are considering it as a single block in which 25 Newton force is acting, so we'll say F net is equals to ma net. So net force is 25, it is equals to m, means total mass. So 3 plus 2, 5 plus 10, 15 multiply by A net. So the value of A net is equals to 25 by 15. So 5 3s are 15, 5 5s are 25. The net acceleration is 5 by 3 meter per second square. I hope you all understand this. Acceleration, finding acceleration is so easy. Just imagine all the three masses to be a single mass and apply the force, apply the formula F net is equals to ma net. So total mass is 3 plus 2, 5 plus 10, 15. The force which is acting on all the three masses, it is 25 Newton, and into acceleration. So acceleration is 5 by 3 meter per second square. Now see my dear student, for finding normal on A due to B, we have to make free body diagram. So as we all know, there is a force called contact force. If two bodies are physically in contact with each other, then the force which takes place is normal reaction force. So here comes my dear student, there is a contact. So in this direction, normal on A due to B, in this direction normal on B due to A, similarly normal on B due to C, and normal on C due to B, because we know that every action there is equal and opposite, my dear student, reaction. If C apply force on B, then B also apply force on C. The magnitude of force is same, but their directions are opposite. So moving forward, let's make FBD of block A. So here I'll make FBD of A. It is, this is our body A having mass 2 kg and a force is acting it on 25 Newton, and one force is in this direction, it is normal on A due to B, and acceleration is in this direction, my dear student. As we all know, the direction of acceleration is always along the direction of applied force. So direction of applied force is in this side, so acceleration is also in this side, and acceleration of all the bodies, as all the bodies is moving together, so acceleration must be same for all bodies. It is 5 by 3, 5 by 3 and 5 by 3. So acceleration is 5 by 3 meter per second square. Now we have to apply formula F net is equals to ma net. F net means bigger force minus smaller force into ma net. So see my dear student, one force is in this direction, other force is in this direction, and acceleration is towards the direction of 25 Newton. So what it implies, 25 is bigger force compared to normal reaction. So I'll write 25 minus normal on A due to B is equals to mass is 2 and acceleration is 5 by 3. So 25 minus normal on A due to B is equals to 10 by 3. So minus of normal on A due to B is equals to 10 by 3 minus 25. So you'll get the answer after solving this. Similarly, my dear student, try to solve by your own. Similarly, we'll find normal on B due to C. So for finding normal on B due to C, either you have to make the FBD of C or you have to make the FBD of B. If you are making the FBD of B, then you have two forces on B. One is normal on B due to A, other is normal on B due to C. But if you will make FBD of C, then on C only one force is acting, that is normal on C due to B. So I'll make FBD of C. So here is your body C having mass 10 kg. The direction of acceleration is in this side. It is 5 by 3. So one force is acting. It is normal on C due to B. So I'll write F net is equals to ma net. So only one force is there. It is normal. That is normal on C due to B. It is equals to mass is 10. Acceleration is 5 by 3. So normal on C due to B is equals to 50 by 3 Newton. So I hope you all understand how to solve these types of numericals. I hope you all are enjoying these types of questions. My dear student, Newton's laws of motion is very easy chapter. You have to confine with the concept. You are capable to make the FBD. Then there is nothing like impossible in this chapter to solve. Now write down trick to solve. Write down trick to solve. Trick to solve. Application of. Trick to solve application of Newton's laws of motion. Trick to solve application of Newton's laws of motion. Trick to solve application of Newton's laws of motion. Trick to solve Newton's laws of motion. Trick to solve Newton's laws of motion. Trick to solve Newton's laws of motion. So here comes trick to how to solve Newton's laws of motion without making free body diagram. So try to understand, my dear student. Let's suppose we have a question like this. 3 blocks are there. I'm making 3 different blocks. Block A, block B and block C. Let's suppose the mass of block A is 2 kg, mass of block B is again 2 kg and mass of block C is again 2 kg. So 2 to 4 to 6. Let's suppose a force is acting, it is of 12 Newton. Now they are saying that find first part acceleration, second part normal on A due to B, and third part normal on B due to C. Normal on A due to B, normal on B due to C, and third is acceleration. This question will be performed already by us. Now I am teaching you how to solve this question without making free body diagram, or we can say with the help of trick. So try to understand, my dear student. See, there is shortest method to find acceleration. What we already discussed is you have to consider all the 3 masses to be a single mass, because all the masses are moving together, my dear student. So if all the masses are moving together, then all the 3 masses is considered to be a single mass in which 12 Newton force is acting. So first part, that is acceleration, it is F net is equals to ma net. So A net is equals to F net by M. Instead of M, we can say it is M net, because we are considering all the 3 blocks to be a single block. So if I am considering all the 3 blocks to be a single block, then M net can be write as 2 plus 2 plus 2, it is 6 kg. So A net is equals to F net, it is 12 Newton upon net mass. 2 plus 2 plus 2, it is 6. So 6 2s are 12. So acceleration is 2 meter per second square, my dear student. So this is the shortest method to find acceleration. You have to consider all the 3 blocks to be a single block, apply the formula F net is equals to M net, you will get your answer. Net acceleration is 2 meter per second square. I hope you all understand this concept. Moving forward, now we all know that B apply one normal on A, that is normal on A due to B. Similarly, A also apply, because we know that every action there is equal and opposite reaction, my dear student. So in this direction, again normal on B due to A. Similarly, C apply normal on B due to C, normal on C due to B. Every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Philosophy is acting here. If B apply normal on A, then it is but obvious that A also apply normal on B. Their magnitudes are equal, but their directions are opposite. This is basically what third law of motion says. If B acting on A, then A also reacting on B with equal magnitude but opposite in direction. So moving forward, now I wish to find normal reaction on A due to B. So see, my dear student, if you are calculating here, then here total mass is of 6 kg, 2, 2, 2. So it is 6 kg. If we will see, if mass is 6 kg, then the force which is acting on this 6 kg mass is 12 Newton. I am using elementary method. This method is called elementary method. This method, my dear student, is called elementary method. So if total mass is 6 kg and the total force which is acting on this 6 kg mass is 12 Newton. So I'll write, if mass is 6 kg, then force is 12 Newton. So if 1 kg mass is there, 1 kg mass is there, then we know that it was like in earlier classes you already studied in math that if 40 banana cost as 80 rupees, then one banana must be at the cost of 80 by 40. Similar is this, similar is here. Now see, 6 kg mass carry 12 Newton force. So 1 kg mass carry 12 by 6. So 6 2s are 12, that is 2 Newton. So we'll say if 1 kg mass is there, then the force which is applied on 1 kg mass is 2 Newton. Now my dear student, you feel some kind of awkward feeling is there. If I am saying till now you are the distance, the unit of distance must be in meter or kilometer or centimeter. Now I'll say, let's suppose we are moving in terms of kg. Consider we are moving in terms of kg, that is we move 1 kg, we move 2 kg, we move 3 kg. So try to understand, this is basically a short trick. See, if you are here, then you have a force of 12 Newton. I am repeating once again, if you are here, then the force which is which you carried is 12 Newton force. Now see, if you will move 1 kg, let 2 Newton force will be disappear, or we can say after moving 1 kg, let's suppose the force which is used is of 2 Newton. So my dear student, if I am here, then along with me 12 Newton force is there. Let us move and come at this point. So if you will move from this point to this point, it means you will move 2 kg. So if you are seeing here, 1 kg mass carry 2 Newton force. So 2 kg mass must carry, my dear student, 4 Newton force. See, if I'll come from this point to this point, then we'll move 2 kg. At this point we have 12 Newton force. If we'll move 2 kg, then for 1 kg we'll use 2 Newton force. For 2 kg we'll use 4 Newton force. See, 12 was there, 4 will be vanished. So how much force now we have? From here to here we'll move 2 kg. 12 Newton force with us, but 4 Newton force will be vanished. So it must be, yes, try to find the answer. It must be how much force beta? If 1 kg mass needs 2 Newton force, then 2 kg mass, but obvious that 2 kg mass need 4 Newton force. If I am here, then we have 12 Newton force, will move 2 kg, so left force will be 4 Newton force will be vanished, 4 Newton force will be used. So how much force we have after covering 2 kg distance? It's 8 Newton, my dear student. So here the normal on A due to B becomes 8 Newton. Now move forward. So come from this point to this point. So you'll again move 2 kg. So if 1 kg needs 2 Newton force, then but obvious 2 kg needs 4 Newton force. We have 8 Newton force. After moving 2 kg, how much force will be left? For 2 kg we have to use 4 Newton. So 8 minus 4, it must be 4 Newton. That means normal on B due to normal on B due to C or normal on C due to B must be 4 Newton. Now see, here there is no any forces there, so F is equals to 0. Either we are correct or wrong, we have to check this thing. Now move from this point to this point. So if you will move from this point to this point, again you will move 2 kg. For 2 kg we need 4 Newton force. At this point we have 4 Newton force. 2 kg will be moved, 4 Newton is used, so F is equals to 0. So this is basically a short trick how to solve these kinds of question without using, my dear student, free body diagram. Moving forward, let's practice one more question. Let's suppose we have again, let's practice one more question, my dear student. Let's suppose I have combination of 3 bodies having mass, let's suppose we have 3 bodies having mass, 3 bodies are there, first body, second body and third body. Let's suppose mass is 5 kg, 5 kg and 5 kg. So 15 kg mass is there. Let's suppose this is A, this is B and this body is C. Let's suppose 15 Newton force is acting on this body. So in question they are saying find first part acceleration of the system, second part normal on A due to B and third part normal on B due to C. We have to find first acceleration, second normal on A due to B and third normal on B due to C. So let's make free acceleration. Let's find acceleration. So there is a universal method for finding acceleration. It is shortest method. So F net must be equal to ma net, my dear student. As all the 3 blocks are moving together, so you have to consider all the 3 blocks to be a single mass. It is 5 plus 5 10 plus 5 15. Net force is 15. So 15 is equals to 15 into A net. So A net becomes equals to 15 by 15. It must be 1 meter per second square. So acceleration is 1 meter per second square. Now see, my dear student. We have to find normal on A due to B. So normal on A due to B must be like this. Normal on B due to A, normal on B due to C, normal on C due to B. We have to find normal on A due to B. So just calculate the total mass. So total mass is 5 plus 5 10 plus 5 15. So if mass is 15 kg, then force is 15 Newton. So for 1 kg, we need 15 by 15, that is 1 Newton, my dear student. So just try to find normal on A due to B. See, I am standing here with along with me 15 Newton forces there. So just move from this point to this point, my dear student. If you will move from this point to this point, you will move 5 kg. Every kg 1 Newton force is used. So after moving 5 kg, 5 Newton force will be used. So total force we have 15. 5 Newton will be used. So left force, it is 10 Newton. So the normal on A due to B is 10 Newton. The answer is 10 Newton. Moving forward, my dear student, if you will move from this point to this point, you will move 5 kg. Every kg needs 1 Newton. So 5 kg needs 5 Newton. How much force we have? 10 Newton. So after moving 5 kg, 5 minus 10, it becomes 5 Newton. So normal on B due to C becomes equals to, my dear student, 5 Newton. Moving forward, see, here no force is there. It means F is equals to 0. So check it out. Either F is equals to 0 is coming or not. So if you'll move from this point to this point, you'll move 5 kg. Every kg need 1 Newton. So 5 kg need 5 Newton. So here you have 5 Newton. After moving 5 kg, you have the force is equals to, my dear student, 0. So normal on A due to B is 10 Newton and normal on B due to C is 5 Newton. So this is basically how to solve these kind of question with the help of short trick. I hope you all understand. If you will find it by FBD, then also answer will be same. I will show you. Let's suppose we will make FBD of A. So FBD of A will be like this. This is our A block of mass 5 kg, 15 Newton force is there. Acceleration is 1 meter per second square, because we know that the direction of acceleration was always along the direction of applied force. So applied force is in this direction. So acceleration of blocks is also in this direction, and the value of acceleration must be 1 meter per second square. It is 1 meter per second square. This is also 1 meter per second square. This is also 1 meter per second square. So in this direction, normal on A due to B, and acceleration is this direction. So F net is equals to ma net. Net force means, my dear student, bigger force minus smaller force into ma net. So bigger force is always that force which is along the direction of acceleration. So 15 Newton is in this direction and acceleration is also in this direction. So 15 Newton is bigger compared to normal on A due to B. So I'll write 15 minus normal on A due to B is equals to mass is 5 kg, acceleration is 1. So 15 minus normal on A due to B becomes 5. So minus of normal on A due to B becomes equals to 5 minus 15. So minus of normal on A due to B becomes equals to minus 15. Minus minus get cancelled. So normal on A due to B becomes equals to, my dear student, minus 10. So 10 Newton. See, check it out. The answer is 10. Similarly, if you will make FBD of C, let's make FBD of C, you will get same answer, that is 5 Newton. So here comes the FBD of C. So in this direction, acceleration is 1 meter per second square, and the force which is acting on C is normal on C due to B. So mass is 5 kg. So F net is equals to ma net. Only one force is acting on C. So we'll say normal on C due to B is equals to mass is 5, acceleration is 1. So normal on C due to B is 5 Newton. See, 5 is already proved. So I hope you all understand how to solve these types of numericals with the help of short trick as well as with the help of, my dear student, FBD. So if in competition the question comes, then try to find the answer with the help of short trick. It is very easy. Calculate total mass. After finding total mass, divide it with total force. You will get per kg force which is used by the body, and after then you will move according to that, distribute the terms. So I hope you all understand these types of questions. So moving forward, my dear student, write down next concept. It is acceleration of the block. Acceleration of the block on inclined plane. Acceleration of the block. Acceleration of the block on inclined plane. Acceleration of the block on inclined plane. Acceleration of the block on the inclined plane. Acceleration of the block on the inclined plane. So see, my dear student, how we'll get acceleration of block on inclined plane. So try to understand, my dear student. Acceleration of the block on inclined plane. Acceleration of the block on inclined plane. So see, this is our inclined plane having angle of inclination theta. Let's suppose a block is placed on this inclined plane of mass m. Now, my dear student, very first thing that you have to done in case of inclined plane is make the x-axis and y-axis of inclined plane. So remember, my dear student, this is basically y-axis and this is basically x-axis of the inclined plane. This is your x-axis and this is y-axis of inclined plane. Now see, if we have mass, then we know that if any body carry mass m, then its weight must be mg and it always acts vertically downward. So apply weight, it is vertically downward and it must be mg. Now see, my dear student, this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. So this angle between x and y, we all know that angle must be 90 degree. Between x and y, angle is 90 degree. So if this angle is theta, then angle with x-axis and the weight of the body, remember, my dear student, here see, you are capable to see, my dear student, that this mg is not lies on x-axis or in y-axis. So if total angle between x and y is 90 and angle of inclination is theta, then between mg and x-axis it must be 90 minus theta. So if this angle is 90 minus theta, then it is but obvious that mg with y-axis must be theta. Or you have to remember simple, that if inclined plane is making angle theta, then weight of the body is also making angle theta with y-axis. Now, my dear student, next thing, we know that weight is nothing but a force and it is a non-contact force. So here weight, which is a non-contact force, is making some angle, that is theta. So if weight is making angle theta and weight is a kind of force, then we know that if any vector quantity is making angle, then we have to split its component. So now we have to split the components of weight. So mg is acting downward and this is making angle theta with this y-axis. So we have to split its component. So one component is along this direction. It is mg cos theta, and another component must be perpendicular to this component. It is mg sin theta. Now see, next point. My dear student, as we know, this block is in physical contact with this inclined plane. So if inclined plane is in contact with block, then we know that there is a contact force called normal reaction force which takes place. So one force is acting in this direction and this force is called normal reaction force. Now see, my dear student, here in vertical direction we have two forces, one is normal and one is mg cos theta. So we all know that this is not possible by the block to move in this direction or come in this direction. The block only capable to move either in upward direction or in downward direction. Now see, this means the vertical forces are equal, because these vertical forces are acting on block but its effect is zero, because this force cannot move in this direction, this block cannot move in this direction. It means mg cos theta and normal are in equilibrium, and we know that if forces are in equilibrium, it means forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. It means, my dear student, we can write n must be equal to mg cos theta. This is the value of normal. Now moving forward, now see, this block is having a force in this direction, that is, this force is nothing but component of weight. What is it? It is mg sin theta. in this direction, there is no any force in opposite direction which will counter this force. So it means the block moves down because one force is in this direction. So the direction of acceleration is in downward direction. So apply F net is equals to ma net. It means F net is mg sine theta, which is equals to m into a. So m get cancelled. So acceleration must be equal to g sine theta, where theta is angle of inclined plane, my dear student. Angle of inclined plane. You have to remember this thing. Theta is angle of inclined plane and g is nothing but acceleration due to, dear student, gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. So see, in this inclined plane, what we conclude? The motion of block is due to its own weight, because only force which is acting on this block is component of weight, which is mg sine theta. So remember this thing. I'll write in form of note: on inclined plane, the motion is possible due to weight of the block, due to weight of the block. So remember, my dear student, if a body is placed on inclined plane, then its motion is basically due to its own weight, or we can say its weight component, that is mg sine theta. And this is basically a formula. If the block is placed on inclined plane, then its acceleration is a is equals to g sine theta, or we can say theta is angle between theta is angle of inclined plane. So check it out. One numerical, write down: find the acceleration of the block. Find the acceleration of the block placed in inclined plane, having angle of inclination 30 degree, having angle of inclination 30 degree, having angle of inclination 30 degree. See, my dear student, there is an inclined plane having angle of inclination 30 degree. Let's suppose we have a block, let's suppose of mass 5 kg. So you have to find its acceleration. It is so simple. You have to apply the formula. It is a is equals to g tan theta. It means a is equals to, g tan theta, g sine theta. It means a is equals to g is 10 and sine theta means sine 30 degree. So see, my dear student, if you want to solve by making free body diagram, let's make a free body diagram as well, so that the free body diagram will be cleared by you more. So this is 5 kg, so its weight is vertically downward, it is mg, so 5 into 10, it must be 50. Now see, the angle of inclination is 30 degree, so this angle is also becomes equals to 30 degree. As we all know, weight is force and force is a vector quantity, and if any vector is making some angle, then you have to split its component. For any vector, we have to split the component in two form. One is cos and another is sine. Remember, this is very important thing, that weight is always acts vertically downward, my dear student. You have to, make the weight FBD like this, my dear student. So this angle is 30 degree. Let's split its component. One component comes this side. It is mg cos 30 and another component must be in this side. It is mg sine 30. Now see, the block is in contact with this inclined plane. So inclined plane must apply a force on the block. It is normal reaction force. Now we all know that this force and this force are in equilibrium, because it is not possible for a block to come in this side or go down. So we'll say N must be equal to mg cos 30. N must be equal to mg cos 30. If you wish to find the value of normal, you can, because mass is 5, g is 10 and cos 30 is nothing but root 3 by 2. So N becomes equals to 50 root 3 by 2. So it is 25 root 3. So 25 root 3 Newton is your answer of normal reaction force. If in question they are asking to find the normal reaction force, this is how you'll get the answer, how you'll get the value of normal reaction force. Moving forward, now see, one force is in this direction, that is mg sine 30. No other force is acting which counter this mg sine 30. So this block comes downward, because we know that if force is acting on body, body starts moving. And mg sine 30 is nothing but force, because it is a component of weight, and weight is nothing but a force. So acceleration must be in downward direction. It is a. So we can say F net is equals to ma net. It means mg sine 30 must be equal to ma, that is 5 into a. So 5 into g into sine 30 is equals to 5 into a. 5 get cancelled. So a becomes equals to g sine 30. We know that g is 10 and sine 30 is nothing but half. So 2 5s are 10. A is equals to 5 meter per second square. This is, my dear student, your answer. I hope you all understand this thing. So sine 30 and cos 30. You all are getting my point, my dear student. Let's make one more example so that the picture will be more cleared by you. Let's suppose we have two blocks now. Let's suppose we have two blocks placed in inclined plane, my dear student. Now we have two blocks. So let's suppose we have two blocks placed in inclined plane like this. One block is of mass of 2 kg and another block is mass of 4 kg. Let's suppose two blocks are placed on inclined plane. First is of 2 kg mass and second block is of 4 kg mass, and angle of inclination is 30 degree. Angle of inclination is 30 degree. Write down the statement of question. Find the acceleration of the blocks. Find the acceleration of the blocks. Find the acceleration of the blocks. Second, normal reaction force. Second, normal reaction force between the blocks. Normal reaction force between the blocks. Normal reaction force between the blocks. And third, identify either both the blocks. Identify either both the blocks are moving together. Identify either both the blocks are moving together or moves separately. Identify either both the blocks are moving together or moves separately. So my dear student, first thing you have to find acceleration. Second thing, normal on 2 due to 4. And third, they are asking either they are moving in contact or not in contact. Contact or not in contact. You have to give the answer. So see, my dear student, For finding acceleration, you have to make, dear student, FBD of both the blocks. So let's make first FBD of 2 kg block, then we'll make FBD of 4 kg block, then we'll see what happened. So I'll make first FBD of 2 kg block. See my dear student, this is our inclined plane guys, and this inclined plane is making angle 30 degree. This is a mass of 2 kg. So if mass is 2 kg, then we are aware now with the free body diagram in case of inclined plane, dear student. So let's make the x-axis and y-axis. This is our y-axis, this is our x-axis. So we know that if mass is m, then its weight is vertically downward and it must be mg. So m is 2, g must be 10, so it is equals to 20. Now see, this angle is 30. So this angle also be 30 degree. Now we have to split the component of weight, because we know that weight is a force and force is a vector quantity. And if any vector quantity makes some angle, then we have to split its component. And we are aware that for any vector, we have to split two components. One is cos, another is sine. Cos component must be along with that line with which angle is forms. So here comes cos. It is mg cos 30. Means m is 20 and cos 30 is root 3 by 2, so it becomes 10, so 10 root 3. Similarly, in this direction you will get component of sine, it is mg sine 30. So mg means 20 and sine 30 is half, so this value becomes 10. Moving forward, in this direction, there must be a normal reaction which is applied by inclined plane on block, because this block is applying a force on inclined plane, that is mg cos 30. And we know that every action there is equal and opposite, my dear student, reaction. So this is the reaction of this action, that is block apply force on inclined plane mg cos 30, inclined plane apply force normal to the block. Now see, there is no any possibility for motion along this axis. So we will say along this axis the body is in equilibrium. It means n is equals to 10 root 30. So n must be equal to 10 root 30, as along this direction motion is not possible. Moving forward, moving to next point. Now see, this 4 kg block is in contact with 2 kg, my dear student. So we know that if two bodies are physically in contact with each other, then there must be a force which acts, that is normal reaction force. So here comes normal reaction force on 2 kg due to 4 kg. So I'll write normal on 2 due to force, and the direction must be in this axis. Now acceleration is but obvious that it is always in this direction. Now see, along the acceleration two forces are acting. One is mg sine 30 and one is normal on 2 due to force. This normal is applied by 4 kg on 2 kg, because we know that if two bodies are in physical contact with each other, then there must be a force called normal reaction force. Now see my dear student, normal is in this direction, mg sine 30 is also in this direction, acceleration is also in this direction. So we'll apply F net is equals to ma net. So F net means combination of both the forces, because both the forces are in same direction. If the forces are in opposite direction, then we have to subtract. But if force are in same direction, then for finding net force you have to add the forces. So it is mg sine 30, which is I'll write here mg sine 30 is equals to plus normal on 2 due to force is equals to ma. Mg sine 30 means 10 plus normal on 2 due to force is equals to ma. M is 2 and acceleration is a. Let's suppose this equation to be first equation. Moving forward, now make the FBD of 4 kg block. So I'll write here FBD of 4 kg block, 4 kg. So this is inclined plane whose angle of inclination is 30 degree. This is our 4 kg block. We know that this is our y-axis on inclined plane and this is our x-axis. If mg always acts vertically downward, m is 4, g is 10, so mg is 40. Now see, this is 30 Newton, so this angle is also be 30. So one component of weight is in this direction, along with this axis angle is made, so cos component must be along this axis. It is mg cos 30. In this direction it is mg sin 30. In upward direction normal. And see my dear student, this 4 kg apply normal on 2 kg in this direction. So every action there is equal and opposite reaction, means 2 kg also apply normal on 4 kg but opposite in direction. So in this direction normal on 4 due to 2. Now see, acceleration must be in this direction my dear student. There is no any possibility for motion along this axis. So n must be equal to mg cos 30. I'll write here n is equals to mg cos 30. So n is equals to m is 4, g is 10, cos 30 is root 3 by 2. 2 2s are 4, so n is equals to 20 root 3 Newton is normal, which is applied by this inclined plane on 4 kg block. This normal is applied by inclined plane on 2 kg block. Now moving forward, see, acceleration is this direction and two forces are there. One is mg sin 30 and another is normal on 4 due to 2. Both are in opposite direction my dear student. So if both the forces are in opposite direction, then you have to find the net force, and net force must be bigger force minus smaller force. See, acceleration is in this direction, so bigger force is also in this direction. So bigger force is mg sin 30 minus normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to ma. So I'll write here F net is equals to ma net. So net force means bigger force minus smaller force is equals to ma net. So bigger force is mg sin 30 minus smaller force is normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to ma. Now we have to put the values. So try to put the values my dear student. We'll get, I'll remove this. I hope you are understanding how to make FBD. FBD is most important part on this chapter my dear student. If you are very comfortable with FBD, then you will capable to solve the questions. So mg, m means 4, so it is 40 sin 30 is half minus normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to ma. So 2 2s are 4, 20 minus normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to 4a. This is our second equation. So we have two equations, first equation and second equation. Now we have to add both the equations. So try to find the answer my dear student. Add both the equations so that you will get your answer. So add equation 1 and 2. Add equation 1 and 2. What will get my dear student? Will get 10 plus normal on 2 due to 4 is equals to 2a. 20 minus normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to 4a. Now we know that my dear student, normal on 2 due to 4, normal on 2 due to 4 and normal on 4 due to 2 both are equal, because this 2 on 4 means 4 is applying force on 2 and 4 on 2 means force is applying by 2 on 4. So both these forces are equal in magnitude. So if both the forces are equal in magnitude, cut it down. So what will get? 30 is equals to 6a. So a is equals to 30 by 6. 6 5s are 30. 5 meter per second square is your acceleration value. Now put the value of acceleration in any one of the equation out of 2. Put the value of acceleration in any one of the equation out of 2. So what will get my dear student? Let us check. It is 20 minus normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to 4 into a, and we know that a is 5. So 20 minus normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to 4 into 5. So 20 minus normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to 20. So minus of normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to 20 minus 20. So normal on 4 due to 2 is equals to 0. Normal on 2 due to 4 is also equals to 0. What it implies, my dear student? If between two bodies normal becomes equals to 0, it implies both the body cannot move in contact with each other. Because if both the bodies are in contact, then there must be some value of normal reaction force. But here what will get, my dear student? The value of normal reaction force is equals to 0. So if value of normal between two bodies becomes equals to 0, it implies both the bodies are not moving together. Both the bodies are not moving in contact with each other. So write down in form of note. If normal reaction force between the bodies is 0, it implies both the bodies are not moving together. It implies both the bodies are not moving together. It implies both the bodies are not moving together. Both the bodies are not moving together. Both the bodies are not moving together. It implies both the bodies are not moving together. That is both the bodies are not in physical contact. That is, both the bodies are not in physical contact with each other. Both the bodies are not in physical contact with each other. Both the bodies are not in physical contact with each other. I hope you all understand this numerical, my dear student. Moving forward, let's make one more numerical. So write down, on an inclined plane, a truck is moving on an inclined plane. Write down the statement of question. On an inclined plane in which angle of inclination is 30 degree. On an inclined plane in which angle of inclination is 30 degree, a bus is moving with constant velocity. 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 Full stop. A pendulum is connected with the ceiling. A pendulum is connected with the ceiling of bus. A pendulum is connected with the ceiling of bus. A pendulum is connected with the ceiling of bus, having mass of 1 kg. Having mass of 1 kg. Having mass of 1 kg. Full stop. Find the angle made by pendulum. Find the angle made by pendulum, find the angle made by pendulum with the vertical axis, with the vertical axis, with the vertical axis, with the vertical axis. Find the angle made by pendulum with the vertical axis. See, my dear student, the question is, we have an inclined plane whose angle of inclination is 30 degree. A bus is there which is moving with constant velocity. Now see, my dear student, this is very important to understand what is the meaning of constant velocity. If velocity is constant, it implies acceleration is zero, because we know that acceleration is nothing but change in velocity with respect to time. Acceleration is nothing but change in velocity with respect to time, my dear student. And if the object is moving with constant velocity, it implies no acceleration is acting on particle. No acceleration is acting on particle, because if velocity is not changing, then the value of acceleration becomes equals to, my dear student, 0. So net acceleration is 0, because acceleration is nothing but change in velocity with respect to time. Here velocity is constant, means velocity is not changing with respect to time. So we'll say net acceleration is equals to 0. Moving forward, if net acceleration is 0, remember this thing, this is basically a hint. This velocity is constant is basically a hint. Remember, acceleration is change in velocity with respect to time. If velocity is constant, it implies velocity is not changing. And if velocity is not changing, then how acceleration comes? Because acceleration is change in velocity with respect to time. So if any numerical carry statement velocity is constant, just remember it means acceleration is 0. And if acceleration is 0, it means F net is also equals to 0. And I already tell you, my dear student, F net is equals to 0 never means that no force is acting on object or in particle. Force is acting on object or in particle, but this is the condition of equilibrium. That is, net force is equals to 0 means body is in equilibrium. Net force is equals to 0 means body is in equilibrium. So remember, if velocity is constant, it means net force is 0, and if net force is 0, then we will say body is in equilibrium, and body is in equilibrium means forces are acting but equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Equilibrium means force is acting on body equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. I hope you all understand this thing. Force is acting on body equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Equilibrium means. So moving forward, my dear student, here F net is 0 because velocity is constant. So if velocity is constant, it implies net acceleration is 0, because if velocity is constant, then velocity is not changing, and if velocity is not changing, then acceleration is not acting on body. And if acceleration is not acting on body, it implies F net is 0. F net is 0 means forces are acting on body but equal in magnitude and opposite in, my dear student, direction. So let's make this question. See, we have to make the FBD. This is sort of, like this. There is a mass. We know that this is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. This is y-axis and this is x-axis. This is a rope and this angle is theta. If Bob carry mass, the mass of Bob is given and it is 1 kg. So if mass is given, then we know that it must carry some, my dear student, weight as well. So if I'll make weight, see, weight is always x vertically downward. So first of all you have to make the FBD like this. See, this is y-axis and this is your x-axis. This is y-axis and this is your x-axis, my dear student. See, so if you'll see the rope, we know that this is basically string and string has some tension force on it. So let's make tension on string. So if you'll make here, then this tension must be pulling force. So tension is pulling force. Now see, if this angle is theta, then this angle also be equals to theta. So this angle is also equals to theta, because this line and this line is parallel to each other. So if this angle is theta, then this angle also be theta. Moving forward, this mass, if mass is given, then we know that weight is also there, it is mg. Now see, this, if this angle is theta, then this angle also be theta. Now see, my dear student, tension is pulling force and tension is making some angle theta. So we have to split its component. For any vector, two components will be there. Tension is making angle with this line. So this line carry component t cos theta and this line carry component t sin theta. Similarly, this mg is making angle theta. So we have to split its component. Along with this line angle is making, so this line carry component mg cos theta and this line carry component mg sin theta. Now see, my dear student, in question they are saying the system is in equilibrium, means opposite forces are equal. Opposite forces are equal. So this force mg cos theta is countered by t cos theta and velocity is constant. So we'll say net acceleration is 0, or we can say F net is 0. The body is in equilibrium, means this direction and this direction, this direction and this direction forces are equal. So we'll write t cos theta must be equal to mg cos theta and t sin theta must be equal to mg sin theta. I hope you all are understanding these terms, beta. Now see, my dear student, t cos theta must be equal to mass is 1, g is 10. So 10 cos theta, and t sin theta must be equal to mass is 1, g is 10 and sin theta. T cos theta is equals to 1 into 10 mass mg, mass is nothing but 10, so 10 and 10. Now see, my dear student, t cos theta is equals to 10 cos theta and t sin theta is equals to 10 sin theta. T cos theta is equals to 10 cos theta and t sin theta is equals to 10 cos. Now see, my dear student, if you will aware with this thing, then this angle and this angle total is 60. See, this is 30 degrees, so this angle is given, it is 30 degree. I'm sorry, instead of theta we'll put 30, instead of sine I'll put 30 again. We have to find what we have to find here. We have to find tension in string. I hope tension string, we have to find tension in string. So t cos theta is equals to sorry, we cannot find tension. We have to find this theta. So divide both equation. So tt get cancelled, 10 got cancelled. So sin by cos, sin theta by cos theta is equals to sin 30 by cos 30. So sin by cos must be tan. So tan theta is equals to tan 30. So tan get cancelled. So theta is equals to 30 degree. You have to find this angle, my dear student. There is a confusion what in question are asking. So I hope you all understand this concept, dear student. This is how you will proceed with the questions which is given in NLM. So thank you so much, dear student, for this lecture. We'll move forward. From next lecture we'll start next topic. It is motion of pulley block system. Motion in pulley block system. So thank you so much, dear student. Stay happy, stay safe, regular read your notes, regular revise it. make a formula segment so that it is easy to solve by you. So thank you so much dear student. We'll meet on next class.